one another, learning what love is, testing life by being asked questions. Because what we do when we come to Agape is we come here to support each other unconditionally, at fully acceptance, because that's what Agape means. It means unconditional love, the love of God operating through the human heart. And what we teach at Agape is that love means to totally accept. And so as we come together each week, I try to bring a topic, an idea that allows you to expand and to grow. And so now that you're here, let's get ourselves in a frame of mind where we're able to better hear. So I'm going to invite you to sit down, put your feet on the ground, your back is straight, have your hands gently resting on your lap, connect your index fingers and your thumbs, close your eyes, and bring your awareness to your breath. Consciously and deliberately breathing in and breathing out, knowing that the breath is life. In fact, that life is breathing life into you as life. And as you breathe, you fall deeper and deeper into the awareness that you are more than your body, you are more than your thoughts. You are the infinite, individualized, whole, perfect, complete, and unique. There's nothing you have to be in order to be loved. You are already as lovable as anything could be imagined. So I invite you to go within and ask yourself, what is my heart desiring to bring out? What is my heart desiring to express? Just sit for a moment and listen. When we become still, we become open to hear the divine within us answer any question that we desire. Know that the divine will guide you step by step. So when you decide what you want to be, how you want to be, know that that step, that next step will be clearly outlined for you. And all you have to do is follow. Notice that in this short meditation, your body is slowed down, your mind is slowed down. You're becoming peace, perfect peace. With this connection established, I invite you to come back to this time, to this place by gentle movement of your shoulders, your arms, your hands, maybe your neck from side to side, however it best works for you. And when you're ready, open your eyes, put a smile on your face, and welcome back. Well, today, I've got a real interesting talk for you. Something I've been wanting to do for about a month, and I thought today is the perfect day today. So my talk title today is Shut the F Up. And I know that probably stuns you, but as you listen with an open mind, because I'm going to open you up to a spiritual practice called Saint Fu, S-T-F-U, Shut the F Up. So I was listening the other day to a song by the Tremolos, and some of you probably have no idea who the Tremolos are, but they did a song back when I was growing up called Silence is Golden. Have you ever wondered why silence is golden? Why is it that people say it's in the silence that things happen? Why is it in the silence where we get our greatest insights? I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are on that. Almost everything that we speak about is complaining, gossip, or unsolicited commentary and judgment. Contemplate that. Really contemplate that. Almost everything that you say is complaining, gossip, or unsolicited commentary and judgment. Is any of that necessary? I know in the book put out there about how to stop complaining, a complaint-free life, he talks about that 90% of what we say is gossip and complaining. Now throw on the unsolicited judgment and commentary. What percentage are we talking about? Oh my God, it's so high. And guess what? If you're complaining, you're judging, you're doing all of these things that are not that, are you really listening? Do you really listen to what's being said? Do you really listen in any way to yourself, to others? You see, when one truly listens, they are absolutely present and are silent. That's why silence is golden, because when you're silent, you're present. When one has nothing meaningful to say, silence is natural. I know my wife and I, when we go out to dinner, and we're in our 50th year of marriage, when we go out to dinner, there'll be many times when we're just purely silent. Because we're not going to talk about gossip. We're not going to complain. I'm not going to offer unsolicited advice to her because she hasn't asked for it. And that makes what? It makes our relationship go smoothly, easily, and effortlessly. You see, when we're not silent, we cannot hear when wisdom is presented to us, either the divine wisdom speaking to us through us, or the wisdom we may hear from someone else. We're too busy chattering. We're too busy trying to convince. We're too busy playing the ego game, being better than, competing, and all of that stuff. You see, if you want to connect to your partner, or anyone else for that matter, you've got to shut the F up. Shut the F up is a spiritual practice to quiet the ego. Think about this. If you want to truly love yourself, you've got to shut the heck up. Because what is love? It's self-acceptance. If you're doing talking to yourself, what are you doing most of the time? You're judging. I'm not enough. I'm comparing myself to someone else. You've got to shut the F up. When we do that, when we shut the F up, we quiet the ego and we're able to truly live in the present moment. Did you just see what I said there? Everyone talks about live in the now, live in the present moment. But if our internal talk is going on, it's not happening. And have you ever learned how to truly talk to yourself? Do you talk to yourself and say, you know, you're perfect, you're wise, you're beautiful, you're healthy, you're abundant? Do you say things like that to yourself? That's meaningful conversation. This is not what we're talking about. We're talking about anything that says I'm lacking. I don't have it in me. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy enough. That other person's better than me. No one is better than you. Why? Because we're all born unique. You see, until we can shut the F up, there is no possible way to shut the F up with others or with the infinite. At Agape, we teach everything begins and ends with self-love. Begins and ends with self-love. And a self-loving person will not judge, will not complain, will not do that. They will shut the F up. And when you do that with yourself, it's easier to do it with your partner. But if you're not doing it with yourself, if you're complaining and gossiping and you're offering unsolicited opinions to yourself, you're definitely going to be offering it to others. And then if you're doing that with others and yourself, there's no way you're going to be able to be quiet to hear the infinite wisdom within you that can guide and direct you to the greatest things that you can imagine. So think about what I just said. Can you meditate if you don't shut the heck up? Can you pray if you don't really shut the heck up? So what is the best spiritual practice for spiritual growth? Silence. Silence is golden. Silence is where we connect with the infinite. Silence is where we fall in love with ourselves. Silence is where we can fall in love with others. Silence is where we merge into oneness. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to tell you to be silent all the time. There's a time for communication. Communication can be fun. It's laughter. It's sharing. But we have to learn that if you're talking with your partner, if you're having a conversation with your partner, and your partner just wants to share, and you're waiting there with all of this advice, and the second you give that advice, your partner jumps on you, getting mad at you, and you're going, wait a second, I'm trying to help you. Ask the question, did they ask for my opinion? If they didn't ask, don't give it. I know that with my wife. We have an arrangement. She says, Lee, I want to talk. I said, great. We have conversations together. I don't say a word. She'll say, I'm done with the conversation. I said, great. You're complete? Wonderful. Let's move on. Now she says, no, here's what I thought. Tell me what you think. Oh, now she's asked for my opinion. Now I can give it. Until someone asks for your opinion, shut the F up. I like to, sometimes if I really want to give an opinion, I'll ask and I'll say, Jean, would you like some feedback? She'll say, no, I don't want any, or yes, I do. If she says yes, then I can give it. Do you see how I'm really supporting my partner? Do you see how their life is independent of me and I'm honoring that independence by saying, you're not enough, you need my approval, you need my opinion. They don't. No one needs your approval or your opinion except you. But if you don't shut the F up, guess what? You're not even going to give yourself your own approval because you're going to be talking some trash to yourself. Go look in the mirror, look in your eyes and say, would I want to be friends with the person who's doing all this self-talk that's belittling me? Chances are the answer is no. So what must we learn to do? We must learn to be silent. We must learn to be still. We must learn to accept. We must learn to shut the F up. I hope the message today startled you. It was my intention to. It was my intention to consciously press your button so that maybe you will think outside the box. Because what I'm asking here is to think outside the box. So no, this was a deliberate choice on my part to bring this title in this way to you to get you to maybe listen. If it worked, I succeeded. If it didn't work, that's okay too, because I accept myself as I am, and I know that I'm guided by the infinite wisdom. Let me just look at you and tell you you're already perfect. You're unique, you're whole, and you're magnificent. Can you accept that without arguing with me? without arguing with yourself. Be in this moment. Be still and know the I am. So, if you're a part of this community and you would like to support us, I invite you to go to agapespiritualcenter.com and make a donation. Your donations help us bring this message each and every week. Also, check out our calendar at agapespiritualcenter.com. I've got a couple workshops coming up on Saturdays on Zoom. I think November 5th, it's the power of knowing what love is. And then the following week, I'm going to be offering my values workshop again. That would be on the 12th. So those things are coming up. We have all sorts of events. We've got daily meditation. We've got a talk every day. We've got gatherings. We've got classes. All of that is there for you. We are providing a safe place where you can come and unfold the magnificence of your life. All you got to do is ask us, and we'll do what we can to support you. So today, tomorrow, this next week, use silence as your best friend. Be an example to others about how powerful a being you are just by being you and being silent. Create a great week, everyone. Only you can. Until next